Hey, what's going on? Welcome back, everybody. Today's episode is about every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. And on this particular day, it was my day. Now, this was against a high-ranked opponent in an online chess tournament I played on chesstactics. And as you can see, that my opponent is 2,000 plus. Now I'm trying to size it up in the video here, but it's hard for me to do that. But anyway, check it out, man. He's 2,000 plus. And if you look down here, SPANK'UM 73 is 1507. So he's a good 500 points higher than me. But let me tell you one thing. If I tell you that a mouse can pull a house, you hook that sucker up and watch what it do. So right now, let's see this mouse pull this house. Okay, so the game starts out with E4. Remember, I played a nimzowitsch defense, and I've spoken to this to you guys a few times. When they go E4, what do? Knight to C6. And now this is the evaluation, the little book on the side of the on the pieces there. This is actually the analysis or game review that's on Stockfish on chess.com. And so I chose to put this into it so you can see that we don't always got to rely on what the sideline people got to say or the computer. It's good to go back over your games and check them out. But now let's see what I do. D4, typical. I've told you that over and over again. Usually when you start with the nimzowitsch defense or that knight C6, white chooses to typically expand in the center. And this is what he's doing. He's expanding. He's trying to bum rush into your hood. Okay, so what do? We go, what do I tell you all the time again? E5. It's very simple. We go E5 and he has to do something about that pawn. Typically, what do I say that they always want to do, ladies and gentlemen? They want to go ahead and push forward. Push forward. He pushes forward, or they, whatever. They push forward. Okay, we anticipated that, so what do we do? Knight C to E7. It's really just all textbook. This is all textbook. Next move. Again, I've said it to you before and before again. Usually when they do that and you go knight C to E7, they want to expand further into the center with that C4. Now, the thing about that C4 is that it is letting us continue with our game plan of trying to double up that pawn on the queen side. So what do? Knight to G6. And as you can see, I've highlighted by the arrows right there in the red squares. Those are the two squares that your bishop can go next. But since they have expanded, since they pushed the C4 push, you know we want to go to bishop to B5. And if they bring the knight, as I've shown, typically what they'll do is bring the knight or even the bishop over to those squares, then it makes our job a lot easier. Let's see what this guy does. He goes knight to C3, and we already know what's happening, don't we? Don't we, ladies and gentlemen? Don't we know what we're gonna do next? Now, at the time, mind you, he was a higher ranked opponent, but I still stuck to the script. I put the mouse and hooked him up to the house. Let's go. Bishop to B4. Now look what Stockfish is saying, man. Look what Stockfish is saying. They're saying, man, what the hell is going on here? What are you doing with that? You're supposed to go bishop to C5. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way we're gonna work this. So let's see what he does. Then Stockfish asks him, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Bishop to D2. He doesn't want to get his pawns doubled. That was the whole purpose of that. That's the whole purpose of why I went bishop to B4, to attempt to double his pawn. Now, this causes a reaction. In this case, it's the right reaction, wrong reaction for him. So what do? Knight to F6. So see, now I put the knight to F6 simply because I wanted to keep developing pieces. That bishop, the bishop on B4 is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere, and he really doesn't have any good places for his knight to go at this moment anyway. And he knows it's well defended, so I won't be double. He won't get his pawns double. So I'm getting my pieces, more pieces in the game. I have 3 pieces in the game. He only has 2, his bishop and his knight, and I have an attacking bishop. So those are the advantages that I have. Now, if you look on the left side of your screen now, you'll see the evaluation bar. So it shows, white has a slight advantage. That's why I'll be listening to that bull. Let's go. Oh, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Right there. There's the blunder right there. There is the blunder. That's the first blunder that he's going to make. That's the first blunder. Stockfish says, man, what the fuck are you doing? Excuse my French. What the hell are you doing? You're supposed to go queen to C2. Okay, that's fine. We see that, and you know what we're going to do, don't you? We're going to smack dude. Dude just got smacked. He just got smacked. Just think, you know what I'm saying? He's in Chicago now. Chirac. Let's go. So now, as you can see that exclamation point, says it's a great move. Okay, whatever. Bishop captures on c3, and now knight. I get the pawn back. Now, this will come to an advantage point later on in the game, and I'm going to show you how. So now I'm threatening his bishop. And he does a move right here that I wasn't anticipating before, and I didn't even study for. I don't even know how many times this move was made in the game, and I'm going to be doing some more research on that. But this is a good one. This is a good starting point for you guys to focus and not be afraid. He goes bishop captures e5. So now I sat and thought for a while. As you can see, it took him a minute after I took that knight, and now I'm at 9 minutes and 35 seconds. He's at 8:40. Now watch. So I say to myself, now if I were to capture the piece, if I capture on e5, then he can bring his queen down to d4, and one of those knights are going to drop. He's going to get the piece back and have pressure, and he could possibly even castle on the queen side. So to alleviate that, I do a great move. I castle on the king side. Now, Stockfish says, man, that was a missed opportunity. You're tripping. You should have went queen to e7 because I'm looking for the discover attack on the bishop. He pulls back. I get a discover attack on the queen with the discover check. Sometimes, and I must say, due to the fact that I was only at 1,500 and this dude's at 2,000 plus, I was a little scared. I can admit that. That's just like you when Craig, even though he buffed up on Debo, he still had to second guess it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When Debo's like, man, you step down, boy, I knock you out like I did that bitch. You feel me? He's like, man, I'm not even trying to fight you, Debo. So y'all know what I'm talking about, don't you? You know what I'm talking about. But sometimes you got to stand up to the bully. So check it out. Boom. He goes bishop to, after I castle, he goes bishop back to d4. And now, here's a good move for us, ladies and gentlemen. You know I'm going to stick to the script. We go rook to e8, and I'm looking for that discover attack. Looking for that discover check. So maybe we could potentially get his queen. Now, it's not too many safe red squares for him. There's not too many safe red squares for him. Now, he can go to a dark color square, but those red squares are very hectic, and he knows he's going to lose a potential powerful piece here. And what does he do? Boom. Stockfish again says, man, what in the hell are you doing? This dude is kicking your ass. He is really putting the hammers on you. So now with that play here, I make another great move to me. Knight to f5. And I've always mentioned that to you. When you are in the nimzowitsch defense, you want to get that knight on f5. It causes tremendous problems for white when you get a knight on f5 from the black perspective. If you're playing from the black side of the board, and this is in the nimzowitsch defense, or really any other, that knight on f5, knight on f4 is a huge problem. And look at how my knights are placed. Look at where these boys are placed right here. Look at where those boys are placed. Man, that is deadly. That's deadly. Let's see what he does. Now, right there, that lets me know he's probably gonna castle on the king side. And Stockfish says again, man, what in the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Well, this is what I'm doing. It's a questionable move. Damn, let me go on and get that out the way. Now, this leads to a lot of problems for him. If he knows he doesn't want to capture with the queen. He damn sure don't want to capture with the king. So what is he left to do? Now, he also has put a hole. When you're looking at it, he has a hole right here. These three right here, that's a hole. That's a hole that I'm going to exploit. Trust me. Let's see what he does. Knight captures e2. Fine with me. But now look, here is the killer play. d6. Very subtle, very slow move. Because see, now you see when I'm eyeing down there. So let's see how he responds. And bam, another blunder. What in the hell are you doing here? What are you doing here? But it's okay. See, again, sometimes the higher ranked opponents, in particular, up 19, 2000, whatever, these guys see so far down the line that they'll see things, they'll see tricks, traps, and lines that we haven't even studied for or even know about. However, as I'm looking at it, man, he's got a problem because, see, now, I can take this one out. I can take that one out. But now you can see my bishop has a lot of scope here. My bishop has a whole lot of scope, and then his rook back there is under tremendous pressure. Now let's see how it goes. Of course, you know that I'm going to go bishop to h3 and put pressure on that rook. If you didn't think that, there was something wrong with you, man. If you didn't think that I wasn't going to bring that bishop over there was something wrong with you. Okay, let's go. Rook, he gets his rook out of the way, rook to e1. That's fine. Now here's another fantastic shot that I give him. Knight to g5. Now you can see it, ladies and gentlemen. You see it. You see it, don't you? You see that threat coming with that knight to f3 check and gaining the rook anyway. And then more and more problems. But look what he does. Look what he decides to do. He decides to attack my bishop. Now, as you look at that evaluation bar, high shot all the way down. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Look at that there. It's at 2.5. Fine. When I go there, it's still at 2.5 to my advantage. When he moves that knight, I get another 2 points. I get another 2 points, and this is the killer blow. I'll give you a couple seconds. You know I'm finna get this queen. You know I'm finna snatch up his brow, don't you? Pippin finna get the brow, man. Here it goes. Boom. Boo-yow. Boo-yow. Rook captures e1 check. He must capture with the queen. Captures back with the queen, and sound like Chewbacca, don't it? Sound like Chewbacca, don't it? Man, let me get this brawl, man. Go on, let me get this brawl, man. Let me get this dude brawl, man. Okay, so that's what we do. Check. He moves to king to h1. I capture the queen. He captures back with the rook. Now, what that does is let me buy me some time to get Pippin up out the way, man. To get the Pippin on up out the way. So let's see what I do here. And now, with that play there, you can see that I have a compact pawn structure there. We're not even, but it's still 7 pawns to 7 pawns. I have 4 on my side. He has 3 and 3 on the other side, and it's the same with him. But look, mine are all compact and sitting. They're nice back and sitting, while he has while his pawns here, these. Look at that. Look, that's that hole that I was telling you about. That's the hole that I was telling you about. And these are the principles that I want you guys to focus on. You focus on those principles. Now let's see. Knight to h5. Now I don't know exactly what he was thinking. He knew that there's no need. I know what he was thinking. He was thinking about capturing that pawn, but now he may have had other sneaky plans. He captures back. I don't do something right. We gonna trade out. He's gonna shoot that rook down here. He may be thinking of shooting his rook down here. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be a lot of problems if I do nothing. Okay, let's go. So now I attack his knight, man. I attack his knight like, yo, something's got to give. You're gonna be doing, but I also have another sneaky plan. I give up that pawn, and he greedily accepts it. But that's fine with me. Boom. Let me get, man. Look, man. Check this cat, man. Man, I'm gonna run up in your pockets, baby. I'm gonna run up in your pockets. So now, what does he do? He defends very elegantly. Very elegantly. He put the gun to the back of my queen's head. He's protecting his homie, and he got a backup. He's got the backup piece on B2. On B2. So I said, okay. All right. Now, mind you, I still got my partner in the cut. That rook on on A8. All right. And again, I still show you the pawn structure. It's a lot of problems that's going on. If his knight captures, if the knight captures here, then I capture back. Let me fix that. If the knight captures here, then I capture back with the queen. You feel me? And I also have this pawn here under under duress. So let's see how it goes down. He goes knight to e8. Now I don't know what exactly he was thinking with that bogus ass move. I don't know. But like I said in the beginning of the video, if I tell you that a mouse can pull a house, then you hook that sucker up and watch what it do. So check out this. This is what I do. That completely shuts him all the way down, and he can do nothing about it. What do you think it is? Now, see, that was a bait move, too. He thought I'd be foolish enough to capture that. See, he thought I was a sucker. Man. I took offense to that. Because, see, now, let's look at this, ladies and gentlemen. If I were to take this piece here, look at that. Look at maiden one. Look how fast, look how scandalous he is. This nigga's scandalous. He's scandalous. I don't know what happened here. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let me fix this thing here. See, oh man, it done messed up. Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to leave it right there. Y'all know how it goes. Here's the thing, though, ladies and gentlemen. I don't do that. Boom. That is the move that seals his fate. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, ladies and gentlemen? That's the move that seals his fate. That is the move that seals his fate. Bishop to e4 check. He gets out of the way. Now, here is the clincher. Now, instead of going here, instead of pulling off this move here to go there, he's still, it looks like check, but he's going to capture that and prolong the game. That's just really going to prolong the game. And as you look at the evaluation bar, it went from me winning to just about even. So I don't do that. This is the move that I make. Pow. Right there. Cut the communication off between the rook and the knight that was down here. Cut the communication off. And so now that he has no recourse. Because you already know what my next move is going to be. My next move is going to be, let's see it again. Boom. Now, regardless of what he does, my next play is going to go right here. That's my next play will be to go here. My next play will be to go here. And then I'm going to be covering these squares here. No matter what he does. No matter what he does. No matter what he does. Until next time, man, I'm out. I'm out. Peace.